Good morning everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, February 12th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the ES in the daily time frame, but first we do have Fed Chair Powell speaking later on this morning, 11:45 a.m. Central. That's going to be something to pay attention to here to see how that may influence the market, so keep an eye on that. And right now you can see the ES has basically been sideways ever since the close of January's market here. We talked about how wide the pivot range was going to be for the upcoming month and how that could signal some sideways action. Here's the previous high and close, all that blue line and the blue dotted line, and price is just basically traded right around that level with an upward bias. Again, everything's still pointing up for now, and any pullback is still likely a buying opportunity. Price is holding above the previous session's high at the moment, and again, we could continue to see this type of sideways to up action overall. If we take a look at the NQ, very similar type of price action. Again, after the close of January's trading here, you see sideways action above and below that blue dotted line, still with an upward bias. We have not hit the pivot range yet, a wide pivot range which suggests sideways action, and we can continue to see that behavior overall with an upward bias in the near term. Again, these are holding above key market structure levels, so any pullback could still be a buying opportunity for a continuation higher. But again, wide price action in January typically leads to quieter price action in the next month with an upward bias, so that's what we're going to continue to watch and play here. If you take a look at the crude oil here, crude oil is making a little bit of a move here. This one looks a little bit more bullish here after the previous session. We had a great drop right into the monthly pivot point, took out 2-day lows, and then closed back above them. Upward bias so far. You can see this 51.5 has been very well bid every time it's been tested here over the last month or so, and now we're seeing a very nice day above 2-day highs. That is now already 0.3% up on the day, and that's a range of 150% of average, so rather 84% of average, so we still have more to go just to be average for the day. But for the most part, this has been a very nice bounce off the 51.50s, and that will likely lead to more strength back toward 55s if price can get above the previous month's close of 54s here pretty soon. So overall, the crude oil chart has been pointing a little bit up, like the ES at NQ. Wide month, so we've had a little bit of a sideways to down month here, but 51.50 is well bid and could lead to more strength ultimately to the upside. If we take a look lastly at gold futures here, you'll notice with gold futures still trending up overall. We haven't really seen this thing continue higher just yet, but it's building quite a bit of energy in here. You have 4, 5, 6, 7 days sideways here. That could lead to another nice round of strength above. I mentioned before, as long as price remains above 1300, we have a shot to see 1360 down the road. And again, this is about as good a time as any here to start building a position for what could be a push higher of about 40 to 45 handles into those 1360s. Any failure to hold 1300 would open up a retest back toward the 1275s. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the week. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room.